When I wind up coming to the Bear Paws, I typically put aside a week to hunt, basically 5 days. And sometimes I've been able to get my animal the very first day, and sometimes, well, I've been picky and I push it to the very last day. But there's never been a time that I've come up here and gone home without using my tag.
In the Bear Paw Mountains, we have a wide variety of big game animals. We can hunt for bighorn sheep, mule deer, whitetail, elk, antelope, and mountain lion.
I see a little guy in there.
There's some does in there too. Look over in the corner. There's a bigger buck. There's a bigger buck. There he is.
Trying to do all this and get it all on camera is it's a challenge. It can be very frustrating. It can be very rewarding, but it can really be frustrating when it doesn't happen, the way you want it to happen.
He's gonna come out the head of those trees.
And little did we know, walking down this creek, the buck that we were fixing to see was in some of the thickest cover imaginable. In communication, well, it wasn't very good.
Boy, he's in that thick brush. I don't know, guys. He walked to the right. Boy, there's a bunch of deer in there. All right. Here he goes. He's walking left. You ready? Got him. Got him.
He's down. He's down.
Look at that. You hear that whop? Woo! What do you hear that? What do you think of that?
That's what we're doing, Montana.
Whoo, baby!
Man,
I'll tell you something.
that big buck came in from the woods and followed those does up, and you just had a small window to take them.
Folks, the rut is on right here in Montana. We have had screwy weather. I mean, we've had cold, we've had warm. We're losing all the snow. And I really and truly, I didn't expect to see that deer right there. He's down through here, up there, and oh, that was pretty cool. Thanks, man. Let's go.
The name of my company is Bear Paw Hunts because we're in the Bear Paw Mountains in north central Montana. And we're about 100 miles northeast of Great Falls, Montana, and that's where, if you're flying, we'll pick you up there and bring you out to this great part of the world. If you haven't been to the Bear Paw Mountains, this is just an amazing place to be. It's an isolated mountain range. It sits in a very, very far off geographical location where there's not a lot of people, there's a lot of private land, and the landscape is just breathtaking.
Look at that. Look where he fell.
Look at him.
Right against this
Oh my
big old
gosh,
tree.
look
Talk
where
about
he lay.
thick. Here you
My
go, Chris.
gosh.
Hold that, please. Look at this deer. I like this. Look at that. I'm telling you what, he was up in some thick stuff. What a pretty mule deer. And I like the fact that he's real dark antlered, and he's all gnarly like that.
Yeah.
That is some kind of cool. How much do you think this guy weighs, Chris?
He's got to be about 250 pounds. He's a big deer, and he's definitely an old deer.
Yeah.
Big old belly on him, big old muzzle nose.
Look at that. This is a beautiful deer, and best part of it, he's mine. Now this right here is the kind of deer that you can really expect to get when you come up here to Bear Paw Hunts. I mean, it's a great deer, it's an old deer, and the good thing about coming up here versus going to a lot of other places that I know that sell mule deer hunts, they're not as passionate about wildlife management as Chris is. And what Chris wants to do, Chris wants to grow the biggest deer that he can grow genetically, and so he gives them an opportunity to get good and old.
Nice rutting buck.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. Now, Chris, if somebody wants more information about bear paw hunts, give them a telephone number.
Phone number is 406-399-4100.